Nobody indeed. What is good? Welcome into Driving the Line. My name is Alan Bell. We got a fantastic show lined up for you today. Bradley, how we doing, my man?
Doing great, AB. It's a Friday, which means we got the weekend sports all over the place. So it's a good place to be, and it's good to be here with you, as always.
My man, I'm just happy to be here with you and the crew. Whale said, good morning, crew. Do small things with great love. I love it, man. Whale, good to see you. Tony said, good morning, crew. Had a great day yesterday. There we go. Zach, good morning, crew. Who's ready to win the weekend? Win the weekend indeed. Matty Boy said, good morning. Good morning, Matty Boy. Jared, good morning, AB and crew. Man, it's so good to see everybody. All right, now, keep dropping those in the chat. Promise you, I'll get to them. Let's jump into it. We have a ton to get to today, Brad. It's an awesome day. Now, what do we have yesterday? Iowa State, got them. Tennessee, whoa. That was risky there in the first half, but Tennessee comes through. So we get that one. Kentucky, money line. Purdue, money line. Got them. Virginia, money line. Houston, money line. Kansas, money line. Got them. Plus 130. Kansas, great job there. And then Georgia Tech wins 10-0 over Clemson. We get that. But Miami of Ohio, Brad, they lost.
Pour one out for our boys. Oh, heartbreaker for North Beach. You know they had it rolling. I hope they still get in the tournament, but it doesn't look good.
Man, I felt so bad for like they're just running out of gas completely. So we didn't get that one. But if anybody just bet Georgia Tech straight up, well done. They ruled Clemson. Didn't even finish the game. All right, so great job there. All right, what do we have in sports? Yeah. Georgia Tech, 10-0, Brad. And it was what we talked about yesterday, the concern. When a team sits on zero, it is like you're adding weight every single inning, man. Absolutely brutal. Anybody who played the over, that bet gets voided out because they only played 7 innings. So that's what you had there. Now, college basketball, what do we have? Duke, 80-79 win over Florida State. Duke survives. Arizona, 81-59 win over UCF. Houston, 73-66 win over BYU. UConn, 93-68 over Xavier. Iowa State, 75-53. Another just smoking from Iowa State. Absolutely just torching people right now. Virginia, 81-74 win there. St. John's, 85-72. Kansas, big win there, 78-73. That was going back and forth in the second half. And then Purdue, 81-68 win over Northwestern. Clemson takes out North Carolina 80-79 because, of course, that was the sweatiest game of all time. UMass takes out Miami of Ohio, as we talked about. Wisconsin takes down Washington. Miami takes out Louisville. Big Tony, look at Miami. There you go. And Tennessee beats Auburn 72-62. All right, Bradley, let's jump into it. My man Kopech said, AB, let's go. Let's have a great weekend. Let's have a great weekend indeed. And I'll tell you, it's going to start right here. Brad, I hope you packed your bags. Are you ready for Los Angeles, my man? The Bleav Network. Go check them out. BLEAV.com. All of the audio podcast, you name it, a lot of fun stuff going to be happening over there. Go check it out. BLEAV.com. If you just search Driving the Line, you'll find us. A humble little show. Next to, look, David Pollock, we'll be seeing you, buddy. Simsy, we'll be seeing you. Even Roger Ebert is ready to get down on some of these Brad picks right here. So, yeah, go check them out. BLEAV.com. Awesome people there. Bradley, let's jump into it, man. Let's get some picks, bro. All right, what do you got, big dog?
We're going to Poland on the bet split this afternoon at 2:30, I believe, p.m. Central Time. Radomiak Radom taking on Legia Warsaw. We're looking for both teams to score in the over 2.5 goals on the bet split. -143 and -115. Give us that -129. So take my math. Make sure I'm correct on that. But what we really like the most is Legia Warsaw, which is the away team, and it's a former powerhouse who's really struggling right there on the relegation zone, has been playing in Europe a lot this season, but has managed to find a little bit of form lately. They've hit both teams to score now in 13 of their last 14 when they're away from home. And oh, look, they're away from home today in a match where they cannot lose unless they want to continue to struggle down there and potentially get relegated, which for Legia, that is not a situation you want to be in. One of the most dynamic crowds in all of sports. I recommend you hit the Google machine or pop it into YouTube and look up Legia Warsaw and look up what they're called, the Ultras, and that's their fan base. But we like goals today because both teams have to do it. They do it in their matchup history, 4 straight over 3.5 goals, and all we need is both teams to score an over 2.5 goals. Like it today, 2:30 p.m. Central Time in the Polish Ekstraklasa.
Nice. All right, so we're going to Poland. That's a t-shirt right there. How do we say this name again? What's the first one?
It's Radomiak Radom.
Radomiak Radom. That sounds like a dude that I pledged with. Shout out to the Kappa Sigma fraternity. A to B.
Yeah, it's like we're going to Bradley Brad. Like, what's going on here?
I love it, man. Anybody that's a Kappa Sig, shout out, man. A to K to B. All right. Okay, we have some decisions to make here today, boy. All right. So first off, we'll be live at 3 p.m. Eastern. All right. And Greg, California Wager, is going to join us. So we're going to break down everything in college baseball in full. We'll have totals and all of that. Brad, we have to make some serious decisions because I want to congratulate everyone real quick. Well done. All right. The first portion of the college baseball season, we have survived and advanced. Non-conference baseball is over. We're in conference play now. So college baseball is built the exact same way as college basketball, except for the postseason. But the season is built that way. All right. The first portion of the season, non-conference. Second portion of the season, conference play. Third portion of the season, conference tournament. Fourth portion of the season, all right, you get to regionals. Fifth, super regionals. Sixth, Omaha. Okay. 8 teams make it to Omaha. So that's kind of the portion. It's 6 seasons in one. So you just got done with number 1. And again, I'm telling you, well freaking done. Not that it gets like super easy from here. This sport doesn't get easy. But non-conference portion is brutally difficult, man. So well done to everybody. I'm serious with that. All right. Now, it gets real. All right. Texas A&M, look at this. We don't have to pair them with anybody. Now it gets very real in college baseball. So give me Texas A&M money line against Oklahoma, minus 115. Next, Texas money line. We're going to pair this with North Carolina. We'll go through all of these games. But I want to take Texas. I want to take North Carolina. Yes, North Carolina on the road. Long trip. That said, they got smoked by Virginia. Game 1 of the series last weekend, and I'm betting that North Carolina's not going to let that happen again, no matter who they play. So come on, boys. Tar Heels, come on. Let's come out Friday night ready to go. Florida money line in baseball. Take it on South Carolina. We're going to pair that with Southern Miss baseball, minus 110. And then the Virginia parlay. Brad, we're going Virginia and Virginia. Virginia baseball, Virginia basketball. Put them both together, minus 120. Okay? Scotty says, do you like Tennessee in basketball? I do. However, they're playing Vanderbilt, and I just gave you Tennessee a week ago on this game, and we'll talk about it. And if I did it again, you all would kick me in the teeth with a steel toe boot, and I'd understand. But yes, I do. Now, the difficult part is this. It's going to be a home game for both teams. There will be more Tennessee fans than Vanderbilt fans just because of the per capita. Vanderbilt has 6,000 students. Tennessee's had fans since 1796, right? It's the economics are not the same, but there will be Vanderbilt fans there. It's going to be a loud crowd. It'll be packed in Nashville. So I like Tennessee's comeback yesterday against Auburn, but yeah, they had to come back. That was a little concerning, but yeah. Let's see. Kirk, AB, Texas and Florida college baseball money line parlay minus 114. I love it. That's a great look right there. Great look. Okay. Now, Bradley, we also have an AB3 because we have some more college baseball games. So how do we feel about this? Okay. We're going to go off the beaten path. All college baseball. Kentucky money line at home against Alabama. Kentucky sneaky good, top 25 team. Not that we're fading Alabama. We like betting them, but Kentucky at home here. Oregon State on the road, San Diego, start the series. West Virginia on the road at Baylor. All three of them money line. So Kentucky baseball money line, Oregon State baseball money line, West Virginia baseball money line. Put those three together. Plus 221. All right. There we go, Bradley. There we go. Okay. Where should we start first? How about the World Baseball Classic? That sound good? A little Major League Baseball? Yeah, sorry, I interrupted you.
No, absolutely.
I agree. All right. Here we're down to it. USA and Canada. Oh, man, we just saw this in the Olympics. Team USA. All right, games at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central tonight. Team USA minus 900 on the money line. Team USA is minus 4.5 on the run line at minus 125. A total in the game of 9.5. Kirk says he likes the over of 9.5. Yeah. If there were ever a time that Team USA would come out and mash, this has to be it, right? Excuse me. This has to be it. I mean, you in baseball, and I'm sure soccer, I'm sure every other sport, there's a thing that Brad, if you're playing third base, okay, and I'm hitting, we're on opposite teams. There are 2 outs, bases loaded, 2 strikes. Okay, you're playing third, I'm hitting. I pop out in foul territory to you. You drop it. An easy little bloop in foul. It's not even fair. Third out, it would get you out of the inning, all of that. You drop it. My man, 10 out of 10 times, that next pitch, I'm going to make you absolutely pay for that. And I'm not saying me, that's just sports. You know what I mean? You can't give a team a 4th out. And that's what's happened now with Team USA. So my question is this. You have everything going in your direction with Team USA. The only question is, do they care? And honestly, I don't say that negatively. I don't say that, non-patriotic. I say it from a sports betting perspective that I'm going to put my money on it, right? They haven't exactly shown that this means a lot. You know what I mean? Like this hasn't been necessarily the Olympic feel in hockey, you know? That said, though, that can all change today. All change today. And I have a feeling that it does. I have a feeling that everybody kind of got their ducks. Even the coach didn't even understand the rules, which, by the way, tournament play, not easy when you have to be doing calculations on runs to figure out if you're like, it's a little much for baseball people, fellas. All right. Catch fly balls, hit ground ball. Try not to think all that much, you know? But if there were ever a time, and Soraka can throw, but if there were ever a time for Team USA to dominate, I've got to think that this is it. I have to. Okay. Now, with that, Brad, we have some fun. Let's go. All right. Home runs today. Team USA against Team Canada. Team Canada is the home team here. Aaron Judge, plus 175. Cal Raleigh, plus 225. Kyle Schwarber, plus 255. Byron Buxton, plus 330. Bryce Harper plus 360. Bobby Witt Jr. plus 425 to hit a home run. Alex Bregman plus 500. Roman Anthony plus 500. And Tyler O'Neill plus 500. Bradley, where would you like to go today?
I'm going right back to the well. The guy who accidentally pops up and hits a home run. Aaron Judge makes half contact and he's going yard. And the thing I love about this is the pitchers are, I wouldn't say that they're the number one starter out there on a team that Judge might be facing. So I feel like he gets some of those looks he likes, and sometimes he gets a hanger and he can just mash without swinging hard. Give me Judge every time.
I feel you. It's a good call. And plus 175?
That's why it's chalked. I mean, it's because he's going to go yard again.
Mm-hmm. I'm going Cal Raleigh. Look, I wanted to go Schwarber. You know I want to go Schwarber. I think Raleigh's got something for him today. It's Friday. It feels like he's back at Florida State. Game 1, ready to go. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Hawk said, what's the over-under for handshakes? That didn't go over well. Raleigh, this man's a champion. This man is out for blood, baby. I'm going Raleigh, plus 225, home run today. All right, now if we're looking at team totals, Team USA, 7.5. Over 7.5 is plus 100. Fellas, again, if there were ever un momento to rake at the plate, it is this. All right, now here's the question, Brad. Canada, over or under 2.5 runs, and the under is favored at minus 125. They scoring 3 runs or no?
Yeah, I think so. Especially because there's a good chance. Well, they're the away team or the home team?
Canada's the home team.
Regardless, they're going to get the 9th, I would imagine. That gives them just another chance. And late in these games, you've seen USA give up runs. I think they get 3, but I think USA mash. Like, I think they put up a 10-piece.
Yeah. I agree with you. I mean, that over 9.5, because you can't play the money line, minus 900. You know what I mean? So I'm with you. All right. Oh, sorry. Let me get the banner up here. Picks at the bottom. Let's go. All right. College baseball. What do we have today? USC at Northwestern, Boston College at NC State, Virginia Tech at Virginia, Coastal Carolina at App State, Florida State at Wake Forest, Tennessee at Georgia, South Carolina at Florida, Alabama at Kentucky, Auburn at Missouri, Southern Miss at Arkansas State, UT Arlington at UTSA, Mississippi State at Arkansas, LSU at Vanderbilt. I'm going to be at this one. I'm heading over there. Ole Miss at Texas, Texas A&M at Oklahoma, Georgia Tech at Clemson. Hey, did anyone notice? Did anyone's books take Georgia Tech away from you? I didn't have the option to bet them anymore. Take a look at your books. You might not have them. That's the impression that Georgia Tech made yesterday on Clemson. Michigan at UCLA, Oregon State at San Diego, North Carolina at Cal, and TCU at Arizona State. An awesome slate of games. Eugene, BC, USC Upstate, Penn State. Friday pitcher stats doesn't look good on paper. UNLV, Air Force Friday pitcher stats are bad, but I like UNLV bats better. Haven't researched game starting at 6 p.m. yet. Eugene, appreciate you on that one. And great look right there. And you're exactly right, man. I'm with you on the UNLV bats, especially with those pitching matchups. They've got to be ready to go. Joey, going to shoot home state because over the Puzzy Pack. Let's go. All right. Now, here's what we have. Boston College at NC State. NC State minus 270. Boston College absolutely did their thing last week. NC State fell off a bit just because they'd been on nuclear fire. NC State minus 270 could be money in the bank if you get Boston College come back down to earth. I'm not saying they do. I'm just saying if they do. And NC State's just NC State, at minus 270 might be really nice because there are some big numbers out here. Yeah, Kopeck, I like NC State, North Carolina. Yep, I'm right there with you. Tony, AB, I had the over at Hard Rock. They called it a loss. They only played 7 innings. That ain't right. I'd be disputing that. I mean, not that they're going to do anything. All right, NC State right there. Joey says, do not trust NC State. Also correct. That's why I don't have them on there either, but I'm with you. High Point, USC Upstate, yeah. Whale, High Point, lock, seatbelt. I'm with you. High Point's been on fire the last 2 weeks. Iowa and Penn State, yeah, nothing for me on this one. Trust Eugene, what he was dropping in the chat. Virginia Tech and Virginia, we're on this. Now, Virginia, minus 660 on the money line. But they've been absolutely handling their business all year long. Virginia Tech, sneaky team in terms of pretty good. They're not bad. They give up a ton of runs. Keep an eye on Virginia team total here. Virginia Tech's a good team, but they give up a lot of runs. USC and Northwestern, yeah. Millsy asked, AB, you taking USC minus 720 today? I wish. I tried. SC is just, they're what, 17-0? Best ERA in the country. What is Northwestern's team total? 1? Like, seriously, like, I don't say it negatively about Northwestern. It's just how good USC has been on the mound, man. I'd put that number at 1.5 and say, you deal with it. They're good. UNLV and Air Force, UNLV minus 166, get the bats going. They should be all right there. Missouri State, Liberty, straight up minus 115 on both sides. I don't have anything there. Purdue and Maryland. Maryland minus 135. Gamble a little bit here. Gambling a little bit here. Coastal Carolina, Appalachian State. All right. Brad, Coastal Carolina has been on fire. They're battle tested too. Here's the question with this game. Does Coastal keep doing what they're doing? Or do they come back down to earth? Because Appalachian State can absolutely bring your tailgate back down to earth. You know what I mean? At home. Shout out. Boone, North Carolina. If you haven't Googled Appalachian State's baseball park, do it. This one's difficult, man. Coastal Carolina, though. If you're a bettor who just, you bet on what you see, right? Georgia Tech last night, for example, you're like, dude, Tech's averaging 13.7 runs per game. I'm betting them until they're not averaging that. But as long as they're at, you know what I mean? If you're that type of bettor, Coastals, you look. Tennessee at Georgia. Oh, I almost bet Georgia. It doesn't mean that I don't like them to win, and I'll give it to you as objectively as I can. Tennessee, if they don't get the bats going, will get absolutely smoked by Georgia because Georgia is hitting everything out of the park. Everything. And here's the thing about Georgia as well. Yeah, Joey said Tennessee ain't been looking right. No, can't hit. I think they're stressing too much. You know what I mean? Thinking about it. That said, though, life doesn't really give. They don't care because Georgia has no confidence issues at the plate. And in fact, it is what they use at the bar to meet people because it works over and over and over. You put it over the plate, Georgia's putting it out of the park because Foley is built just like Lindsey Nelson, Tennessee's park. Short fields, short porch. It's built for stats. Georgia -1. Look, Tennessee's pitching's outstanding. That's what you have to deal with, and it's gonna be, and it's outstanding all the way through. But that only gets you so far. Keep an eye here. I didn't have a bet, but if Georgia comes out mashing early, Tennessee could be in trouble because Georgia is just, they lead the country in home runs. I mean, this team's absolutely smoking at the plate. Florida State, Wake Forest. Ooh, another difficult game here. Florida took out Florida State, which is fine. Florida State, no issues. Florida's really good. Wake Forest has been pretty darn consistent here. I'm not sure what to do. Kirk, AB, can you bring up the field direction screen? Windy today in the Midwest? Yep, absolutely can. This one's difficult, man. Justin, happy Friday. AB, crew, happy Friday, buddy. Miami and Duke. Oh, another one. All right, Brad, I'm just going to ask you. I'm not even going to say a word. Money line. Who wins this game? Miami or Duke baseball?
Miami.
They need it in the worst way imaginable. If Miami is not hitting all day long, I don't know what they're doing. You know what I mean? Like, ooh, I want Duke so bad, but I can't do it. We'll keep an eye though. If Duke wins this one, all bets are off. Yeah, Miami bullpen is iffy. Yes. Keep an eye. We'll be live at 3 p.m. Eastern. We might come back to this. Oklahoma State, UCF. Great series here. Basically even. Notre Dame, Louisville. Notre Dame -125 on the road. South Carolina, Florida. We're on Florida -315 against South Carolina. Just keep being you, man. Florida. And again, anybody, all the picks down here at the bottom. Florida, just keep mashing. Now, I'm liking what I'm seeing from South Carolina. They're getting better. They're improving. But Florida, come on now. You know what you need to do. Alabama, Kentucky. So we have this in the parlay. Alabama built on runs, built on hitting Kentucky, built on that, but also built on pitching as well. Kentucky's at home. They're sneaky good. Top 25 team. Watch out for Kentucky here. Now, they could get – I'm fascinated with what this total is. If on the books, I'm hitting you with 13.5, maybe 13 flat. Because they can both hit. But Kentucky can pitch too. Kentucky -154 can bring in a UCLA type team. You know what I mean? One of these big. You got to be accurate on that one, though. LSU at Vanderbilt. I'm going to go to this game tonight in Nashville. LSU, they went 1-4 last week. When was the last time that happened? 1854? Vanderbilt, it hadn't started well, but Vanderbilt is so inconsistent that it's become consistent. Good game, horrible game, horrible game, good game, unbelievable game. Like Vanderbilt, I think is third in the country in home runs right now. They can mash, but man, they could give up runs. LSU's got to be dominant on the mound. What is this total going to be? 9.5? It's going to be low. Tony, AB telling me you're breaking out the Vandy gear for that game. We have friends at LSU too. Johnny Boy, what up, AB? Brad, checking in late. Get ready to head down to Bridgestone for this first session. Go Vols, beat Vandy. Hey, I might swing over there too, Brad. We might just do the show, the afternoon show, on remote. How about that? I'm down. All right, LSU and Vanderbilt. This total could be very low. Both of these teams need it so badly. Auburn and Missouri. Great series here. Missouri, not bad. Auburn, top 10 team. Looking great. I wouldn't be surprised to see this series 3 games. I wouldn't be surprised to see it go 2-1. Like, I don't think we're going to see a sweep here. Missouri could win 2. Auburn could lose. You know what I mean? Like, it could go either way. It's not, I don't know what it is in Missouri. It's not easy to play there. But if you're Auburn, just come out, just have a good weekend. Win 2 or 3. You know what I mean? Like, this is not a sport that requires perfection all the time. Like, let's just go out and play good ball. Good, consistent ball. Let's pitch well, hit well, not beat ourselves, swing at the plate. I know I'm saying every single cliche that's ever existed in baseball, but that's what it is. Like, look, business trip. How good are we? Right? Our top 10 teams go out and handle their business on these trips. You know what I mean? And again, I think Auburn's absolutely that type of team. So we'll see. Friday night, man, it helps so much to get that first win in the series. You win on Friday, oh, life is so much better with options. You know what I mean? You lose Friday, it gets tough. Southern Miss and Arkansas State. We have Southern Miss, but this is not easy. Arkansas State, good baseball team. And Southern Miss is on the road. But again, Southern Miss, what were we talking about? What do y'all need? Gatorade, seeds. Look, me and Brad are going to run. Well, we're running to Thornton's. All right. Just continue to be you, Southern Miss. They're dominating. I love it. Indiana, Oregon. Oregon minus 580 on the money line. Old Dominion at Troy. Troy minus 238. Troy good. Mississippi State at Arkansas. Holy. This is a massive series right out of the gate. Yeah, Whale said Southern Miss wagon. Agreed. You have 2 wagons here. Now, Arkansas, been up and down, but don't sleep on them. Mississippi State has been the definition of a wagon. I think they're 17-2 or something. And one of those losses was UCLA. This Mississippi State team, they're favored for a reason on the road in Arkansas. We haven't seen this in a while. I remember 2 years ago, Tennessee was a national championship team and wasn't a favorite going to Arkansas. You know what I mean? That's Arkansas. But it's been a little weird for them this year. What is this total going to be? 8.5? It's going to be a super low total. But Mississippi State been doing their thing. Home, road, the moon. South Alabama, Louisiana. This is going to be a great game, honestly, man. Louisiana minus 195. Minnesota, Illinois, straight up minus 115. Kind of lean Minnesota, but we'll see. Ole Miss at Texas. We have Texas. And boys are quiet. 17-0. Texas only minus 220 on the money line. Ole Miss is very good. Well, I don't know about very good. They're good. Texas is very good. This is a business trip at home. Brad, imagine you're playing on a World Cup team that is a top 2 favorite, right? That's Texas. They are bona fide in every facet and at home. On a Friday, starting the series, set the tone. I hate to fade Ole Miss, but Texas minus 220. Them boys are lethal. Lethal. Prince says Texas equals Argentina. Is that a good comparison? Is Argentina really good?
They are very good. They are not number 1 or number 2 right now, as far as what you mentioned. I actually looked at those World Cup odds right before I came in here, believe it or not. So
Yeah.
those 1 and 2 would be Spain and England.
Makes sense. And Prince nailed it with
Yep.
exactly that. Texas, it's quiet. Nobody's talking about them. And all they're doing is not only beating people, they're beating the hell out of people. You know what I mean? They're elite. So yeah, Argentina, that's a good comparison there. All right, Kansas, Texas Tech. Another good series here. Texas Tech minus 210. Texas A&M, Oklahoma, straight up minus 115, minus 115. We're on A&M. I think A&M's ready to go. I think this A&M team is for real. Not that Oklahoma isn't, but I want to see the medal this Texas A&M team has had, especially after last year. They've started great. Keep it going. West Virginia, Baylor. West Virginia minus 180. Launch City. That's what West Virginia wants to do. Mash. Keep going. This total's got to be, 13.5? Kansas State, Houston, excellent game here. Kansas State minus 140 on the road. Houston, don't sleep on them. Don't sleep on Kansas State either. I don't have a play on it, but you want to watch good baseball? That's going to be a good game. Creighton and Tulane. Tulane minus 180. Arizona and Utah. Arizona on the road. Arizona swept Fresno last weekend. We needed it. Got it. Good job. Utah, not good. They've been getting smoked. It is in Utah, though. Essentially, the question I have is winning contagious in Arizona? I wouldn't be surprised to see them come out and roll Utah today. You know what I mean? That minus 140 could do work. But I'm still scared because now it's on the road in conference play. All of the good vibes could immediately go back to disaster. We saw it last year with Texas A&M. The exact same thing. So I need to see it. But again, Arizona, that could be a sneaky nice play right there. Michigan at UCLA. Michigan been nice. UCLA, real deal. Minus 660, number 1 team in the country. And they're at home. This could be a tough weekend for Michigan. UC Santa Barbara, UC Davis. Want to play UC Santa Barbara, but we can't. Well, I mean, it's minus 660. You can. You're going to have to pair it with a Kentucky or something. But go Gauchos, man. Again, me and Brad are going to the gas station. What do y'all need? Just write it down. Oregon State, San Diego. We're on Oregon State. On the road, don't love that. Need to get some runs from Oregon State. Pitching's fine. Keep San Diego down, but got to have some runs, man. Just need to get some runs and need to get them early. When we get Oregon State, 3 runs by the 4th, oh, it's beautiful. They're one of the most consistent teams you can bet on. But when we're struggling to get to 3 and it's the 8th, that's where you get in serious trouble, man. North Carolina and Cal. All right, so North Carolina's going 3,000 miles. Nothing says the Atlantic coast like California. The Atlantic Coast Conference. But here we are. So North Carolina looked fine, all right, against Virginia last weekend. Virginia's an excellent team. But they got smoked in game 1. Virginia absolutely waxed them. Just took out a belt and beat them with it. If there is a single competitor in North Carolina's clubhouse, anyone that has any ounce of heart whatsoever, there's no chance. I don't care where I'm playing this. Cal, North Korea, whatever. It's all systems launch. You know what I mean? Now, I would also expect North Carolina to be dominant on the mound because that's the strategy and that's the way you need to go into this game and go into this series. Dominate, keep your arms fresh, loose, go. But the key to making all that easier is putting up 11 runs by the 4th inning. Because then You can start throwing freshmen because now you're just eating innings. You know what I mean? So North Carolina, man, needed to mash. Hawaii at Long Beach State. The Hawaii regional's over. Hawaii minus 180. I don't know what to do here. We're on the mainland, Brad. Shout out to Snoop Dogg, Long Beach. Hawaii minus 180. I don't know what to do with that. Pitt at Stanford. Be careful. God, be careful. Stanford's a dog at home. UC Irvine at Cal State Fullerton. Love some UC Irvine here again. Minus 154. Just keep going. Get some runs up early, too. TCU and Arizona State. My gosh, this is a huge game. A huge series. TCU looked great. Arizona State looked great. Arizona State minus 238. It is hard to fade either of these teams, but it's very hard to fade Arizona State at home right now. All right. That's what we have in college baseball. Brad, I want to get some soccer up here. What is that? Slovenia behind us?
Slovenia. Yeah, we've been tailing Slovenia recently, and it's actually been for a long period of time now. I've really gotten into Slovenian soccer because they play a nice open brand of football, and it's really not as stuffy as a Serbia or some of those other type of countries where your fan base is absolutely on your case. And if you concede, you will hear about it. Slovenian soccer, it's a little bit more fluid. I wouldn't say they don't care. They definitely care, but it's just a little bit lighter, and they would rather play good football and try to attack, which is what we like when we're looking for goals. Over 2.5 is trending upwards of 76% of the last 35-ish matches down the stretch. There's about 6-7 matches left to go. So get in while the getting is good. Get some Slovenian soccer, and that's what I'll be doing this weekend.
Nice, dude. That needs to be their. Sorry, that needs to be their country slogan. Say that again. What was it at the end that you said? Get in when the getting's good.
Get in when the getting's good. I said it about Brazil. You gotta say it about Slovenia because it's not always that good. So you got to get there while it's hot.
Like I imagine like one of those huge billboards that's in the airport, whatever the Slovenian airport. I know I'm naming one country airport, right? But when you go down, it's just like, welcome to Slovenia. Get in while the getting's good. And people are just like, all right, Slovenia, here we are. All right, we are in. Go ahead.
Hey, they named their clubs Bravo, so they can do whatever they want.
Oh, I forgot about that. See, Slovenia just gets it. They just get it. Yeah. Now, speaking of getting it, shout out to Too Short. Great song, by the way. All right, Ohio State, Michigan. We're in college basketball now. Michigan, the Big Ten tournament. That team up north. All right, we have got it here. Michigan, 13.5-point favorites. Brad, does Ohio State cover or no?
It's a rivalry game. It means more. They'll cover the points. They're going to get beat, but I think they'll cover by at least 10 to 12.
Yeah.
Because,
it's a big number.
Down the stretch. And you don't force buckets anymore, right? You play with the ball a little more. You try to take the time out of the game, and that doesn't always equate to shooting past spreads and shooting past totals. So I like to keep it close in these type of games.
Yeah. Kentucky at Florida, or not at Florida. It's in Nashville, but all right, so this is getting the day started in Nashville at Bridgestone, the SEC. This is a monster game. Florida, 11.5. Total of 159.5. All right. Here's the deal. Kentucky has got to be gassed. They've been working. They've already played 2 games in this tournament, and they had to work. Florida, Florida might put it on Kentucky today. And I'm not saying that as like taking a shot at Kentucky. Absolutely not. The boys have been playing their tails off. But, just how much gas do you have? I.e. Miami of Ohio. Now, I'm not saying Kentucky's been on that kind of a run, but they've been playing well. You have to give them a lot of credit for this last month. Compared to what it was, yeah, and Tony, Florida, they can smash anyone. Yeah. Them and Duke can just, and their other team, Iowa State right now, right? But, yeah, man, if there's a large spread, this one might get it. Playing early as well. That game starts at noon Central, 1 Eastern, right? I might look at the under. Florida might look to choke Kentucky out, and Kentucky might look to keep the ball out of Florida's hands. Kentucky, if I'm Pope, I'm looking at it saying, my best path to winning is keeping the ball out of your hands. You know what I mean? Now, you can only do that so much, but I think I'm in on that under. I think I'm in. Derek, what was the take on LSU Vandy in baseball? All right, so great question. Both of these teams unbelievably need it. LSU baseball just went 1-4. Horrible week. They have got to get themselves right. And as bad as LSU is playing, we've all seen it before. All it takes is one at bat, and LSU can be completely back. Vanderbilt, all over the map. Up, down, runs, scoring them, giving them up. I'm going LSU. But LSU's minus 140, I believe. Yeah. I think it's going to be a great series, but I think you're going to get LSU on the mound tonight. Top 3, 4 pitching staff in the country. Yeah, I'm going to go with LSU, but it's tight. Vanderbilt absolutely needs this too. All right, Kentucky and Florida, we talked about that. Wisconsin and Illinois. Illinois, 8.5-point favorites. 157, and I'm going under in this game. Tennessee and Vanderbilt. Oh, man. All right, so we just saw this last weekend in Knoxville. Vanderbilt won. Vandy, 1.5-point favorites, total of 146.5. So, number one, this is absolutely a home game for Vanderbilt, but it's not. There will be more orange in there, way more. And again, that's just the economics. Vanderbilt is a private school. There's 6,000 students. Tennessee, again, I'm just going over. It's going to be an orange crowd in there. But it was an orange crowd in Knoxville, and Vanderbilt really didn't care about that. They outright won the game. So I cannot sit here and give you Tennessee as much as I want to. Now, Tennessee matched up so much better against Auburn than they do against Vanderbilt. And I'm just talking about matchups, right? Just bodies, size, positions, etc. Vanderbilt's not easy to match up with. Vanderbilt's effort, man. You know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong. They got players, clearly. This is an effort game. That's all that this is. If I were Rick Barnes, for Tennessee's coach, I'd walk in the locker room and I would have a folder with, blank pieces of paper, and I would rip it up. The symbolism would be, fellas, this is a fight. That's it. I know it's not for the championship, the SEC tournament, but if you have any pride in you as a man, you're winning this game. There's no chance. There's no chance. You know what I mean? And look, everything I just said, Tennessee, Vanderbilt saying the same thing, saying we just smoked these fools in Knoxville, and now they want to come to Nashville? And we already lost one in Nashville early in the season at our home gym. Let's get some revenge on that. I like the over. I think we're going to see teams at the foul line. I think we're going to see wildness. I'm going with the over. 2:30 Central. God, look. Yeah. Let me tell you something, Tony Schiavone. Tony Schiavone has the perfect name if you were in Jim Crockett, WCW, whatever, and you're cutting a promo. Let me tell you something, Tony Schiavone. I'm getting about. It's gonna be a hell of a game, Brad. Which way are you going? You going Tennessee or Vandy?
It's a tough one. You go back and forth. Won, lost. It's really hard to beat a team twice in a row. So I have to lean Vanderbilt on their home court.
Yeah. And look, Alonzo asked a great question. Don't you think this is going to be a defensive game? I would if it were game one. Once we saw game 2 in Knoxville, all bets are off. I think it's going to be a fight. Like, I don't think anybody's nervous. Like, they're not coming into it. You know what I mean? Like, I think they're just going to go. I think it's going to turn into games we play at the Rec. Except with, obviously, taller human beings and much more better at basketball. I can't even speak English. But I think they're just going to go. I think we're going to be at the foul line all day long. There could be a fight in this game. If there were a bet over half a fight, I would take that. All right, Seton Hall, St. John's, 8.5-point favorites, total of 133.5. You think it over? Yeah. Madison Square Garden, baby. Tickets as low as $139. That's how you advertise ticket sales right there. You don't say on sale. You say as low as $139. I'm just making stuff up. I'm sure Madison Square Garden has better and smarter people than me. All right, Purdue and Nebraska. So you're going over 133.5 in that game. All right. Purdue, Nebraska. Big Ten, United Center. The home of Michael Jordan. Purdue, a 3.5-point favorite. I'm going to be honest. I'm feeling Nebraska. I'm feeling Nebraska straight up. I think them Huskers got something for Purdue. All right, Nebraska plus 3.5. I don't hate it, but yeah, don't hate it. I just said the team would win outright, but yeah, I'm with Nebraska in this one. Iowa State and Arizona. Yo. Okay. Iowa State is a train right now. The first 2 games of the Big 12 tournament, they won by 49 and 38. Like, Iowa State is the epitome of, I'm going to kick you in the teeth. I don't know if you're doing that to Arizona. They're pretty good. But how do you bet against Iowa State right now? Like, honestly, as a bettor. Yeah, Tony, I'm right here with you, man. I kind of like the over in this one. I agree. I do not want to pick against Iowa State. I do not, because playing well, we talked about it, playing well is contagious, man. Now, I'm not saying they're going to come out and, go Bam Adebayo, right? Every night going, but in baseball, we'd say they're seeing it well right now. Cyclone revenge game. Hilton South crowd will be very real tonight. Will be like a home game. I agree. I'm all in for this over. 143.5, 74-70, and you pick who wins. I think it's going to be hype. And I think Iowa State absolutely 100% wants all the smoke. You know what I mean? I don't think they're coming into this nervous saying, man, we got to keep the ball away from Arizona. No, dude, they're looking at Instagram photos that they're making that they're going to see ESPN put up. You know what I mean? This game's going to be awesome. So I feel you on the over. Jermaine said, "What up, gang? What's up, man? It's so good to see you, buddy." And sorry I haven't been as active in the chat. It's just a busy show, right? So I feel you on the over, man. Over 143.5. I'm right there with you. Miami and Virginia. Is this where we get off the Miami train? Or do we keep going? Miami's look good. But Virginia's legit. Virginia minus 3.5. That's very playable, dude. Now, I don't. Yeah, I think Virginia's the way to go here. And the good part about it, too, is that you can get rid of that spread. Now, again, we have Virginia on the money line, right? But from a spread perspective, I don't hate that either. If you want to take Virginia baseball out of the equation, I don't hate Virginia minus 3.5. But that said, though, every spread scares me in conference tournaments. And especially if you have Miami, Louisville, or SMU all over the map, right? But I trust Virginia, man. They're 28-4, dude. And look, Miami's 25-7. But I really like this Virginia team. So, all right, so we have them money line, Virginia baseball, Virginia basketball, Ole Miss and Alabama. Alabama, 10.5-point favorite, total of 163.5. Big number here. Look at Ole Miss, man. They keep going. This is likely where their train ends. But I don't know if I want Alabama 10. Ole Miss plus 10.5 is very playable. I'll tell you what's very playable is the under. The books are dropping that number fast, and I agree with that thought process. I think this could be a grinded out type of game. Or Alabama could win big, and if Alabama wins big, blowouts lead to unders too. Georgetown and UConn. UConn a 14.5-point favorite. Total 139.5. I like UConn, but there's no chance I'm betting the spread just because this is a coaching staff and team. They've won titles, right? Like, they ain't worried about blowing people out. This is just win, robotic, execute, robotic. You know what I mean? That's exactly what this is. I love UConn completely. Georgetown 6-14 in the conference, right? It hadn't been a good year for the Hoyas. This could also be an under game. UConn might choke Georgetown out. UCLA at Michigan State. Goodness, dude. It keeps going. Michigan State, a 5. We'll be live at 3 p.m. Eastern today. Maybe from LSU's team bus. I don't know. All right. Michigan State, 5.5-point favorites. Total 140.5. UCLA. Keep going, doing your thing. Michigan State. Michigan State money line is a great play here. I don't like the spread, but you could play that. You could play that with college baseball. You could play that with a lot of different things. Michigan State money line, very nice right now. Clemson and Duke. Duke 11.5-point favorites. Total of 132.5. Clemson's got to be exhausted. I would not be surprised to see Duke win by 17. And that's not a shot at Clemson. It's just Clemson's got to be exhausted. And this is usually where Duke flexes heavy. Look out here. Clemson could get smoked. Especially Duke. I know they just, Florida State almost had them. Duke won 80-79. Florida State had the shot. Game-winning shot up. Just didn't hit it. Most teams, exactly what Tony's saying. Yeah, right? Most teams I'd be saying, ooh, let's stay off of them. They've got to be tired, except this Duke. Yep. I look at it this way, wake-up call. Yep. That's how Shire is too. Shire's everything you love and hate about Duke. You know what I mean? He's buttoned up. He's organized. He knows what he's doing. And he knows that this team is not in competition with everyone else. They're in competition with themselves. I really like this Clemson. They're 24-9, dude, but look out. The train could be going through one of those Duke games today. We could see it. Kansas and Houston keep going. Houston, a 5.5-point favorite. Kansas, I got to be tired too. Great win last night against TCU. Great win. That was back and forth. All right. Houston money. Look, I don't want to fake Kansas, but Houston money line could be the play. I don't know about 5.5. That's frightening. But I have to think Houston just in a better spot. I mean, it's been a fight for Kansas all year. Everything has. Everything has been brutal. And I say that in respect. This team's battle-tested with anybody. But I think just in this spot, I think Houston money line's a very good play. Oklahoma and Arkansas. Okay, now I got to take a step back. I keep fading Oklahoma. And they keep going. Same thing with Ole Miss in the SEC, right? Arkansas here. Calipari, let's go. You like some John Calipari, don't you?
I have a soft spot for him, yeah.
I do too. I like Coach Cal. I like him. This is the spot, Arkansas. Come out, put it on them. No chance I'm playing 6.5 spread. Just because Cal knows tournament ball, right? Win by 4, get out of there. 74-70. I'm not saying that that's what the score is going to be, but like that's what Arkansas can do. You'll stress out of your mind playing a spread. But Arkansas on the money line, you could look at an Arkansas Houston that might be a little too juicy. I don't have it in front of me. It's probably like minus 140. But again, you could play these. These are workable. Scott, I'm highly confident in Arkansas's offense. I agree. I completely agree. I love Arkansas today. Just be careful of the spread. At 6, needing 7 or more to win, you're looking 3 to 4 possessions now. You know what I mean? Yeah, be careful. Hey, Big Zach. All right, that's what we have. Okay, Brad, let's get the picks back up here one more time, my boy, and we will bounce out of here. I think even my TV's jumped back to Roku City now. I'm just glad it's alive. I apologize the other day, man. Struck by lightning. You were stuck alone on Wednesday. All right, what do you have here? Brad, let it rip, buddy. What you got?
We're going to Poland this afternoon, 2:30 p.m. Central Time. Radomiak Radom taking on Legia Warsaw. We're looking for both teams to score and the over 2.5 goals, but on the bet split. So one bet split 2 ways, and that's minus 129 between minus 143 and minus 115.
Beautiful work. Slovenia, here we come. College baseball, Texas A&M money line, minus 115. College baseball, Texas money line with North Carolina money line, plus 110. College baseball, Florida money line with Southern Miss money line, minus 110. And then a Virginia parlay, Virginia baseball money line, paired with Virginia basketball money line. Put those two together, minus 120. AB3 parlay. All college baseball here. Look at them Kentucky Wildcats. Brad's Kentucky Wildcats. I don't know what that means. But Kentucky, here we go. Brad, I've made you a Kentucky Wildcats baseball guy now. You good with that?
Sure, absolutely.
Brad's big in Lexington, boy. All right, Kentucky money line. These are all baseball. Kentucky money line, Oregon State money line, West Virginia money line. Put those 3 together. Plus 221, my friend. Yeah, Brad Tucky. There we go. Brad, it's Friday. All right. We're done with the show. We'll be live today at 3 p.m. Eastern. But do you have any final thoughts, a bit of positivity, anything to leave us with so as we go about our day, our journeys through life here on Friday?
People were asking about World Cup futures last episode. As I clicked off, I should have stayed on for a second, but they popped up as I clicked off, and it was too late at that point. I wasn't just going to click back in on the show. I was just going to wait for you. But, my final thoughts would be, don't look at those top two numbers because I think those can be trappy. Yes, Spain and England are probably the two best teams in the world, but look a little bit lower. We saw the last narrative of the last World Cup. You've got Lionel Messi, who won with Argentina. I don't think that it could go that way this year. I think that 1,100 number for Portugal with Cristiano Ronaldo's last time as a Portuguese national playing for his last World Cup.
I thought you were saying he's leaving the country.
I think there's a good possibility that could go in that direction. So maybe for those who are looking for that World Cup future, plus 1,100 on Portugal.
There we go. Look, Matty boy, he said it right. Elbow up. You're right, bro. Don't drop your shoulder. That's how you pop up. Matty boy, I love it. Great show, AB and Brad. Best of luck, gang. Let's have a day. Let's have a day indeed. Tony said, don't take the speaker out, AB. I know. Almost blasted it. Kirk, Arkansas first half and Duke first half and Arizona first half. Moneyline parlay at plus 193. All right. All right. Arkansas for all first halves. Arkansas, Duke, Arizona, plus 193. I like that. That's a good look right there. Well, elevate and celebrate. Let's go. Well, I swear, I love you. I love all y'all, Brad. It's gonna be a great day. Did you hear the sound of that? Good wood bat. It sounds good. All right, let's go, Brad. It's gonna be a great Friday. Everybody, best of luck. We'll be live today at 3 p.m. Eastern, right here. Drive the line. I'll send the newsletter out here in just a bit. Go check if you want the audio. Bleav, BLEAV.com. More info on all of that coming for sure. Matty Boy said first AB bat flip on the show. Yes. Also, I'll get the newsletter out, okay? And we'll have projected starters, pitching, all of that throughout the weekend in college baseball. I'll get that to you soon. All right, we'll be live 3 p.m. Eastern. Until then, everybody, best of luck. Let's cash these tickets. Love y'all to death. Let's go. We'll see you this afternoon. Peace.
Who's got it better than us? Nobody.